Hey guys, it's RavenXtreme here. Just thought I'd give you guys an update video. It's been quite some time since I've done any sort of actual uploading of anything, so I thought I'd finally come to you guys and let you know what's going on with me. So, I've been really busy with a lot of life things. I've had a lot of family deaths. I've been extremely stressed out. Um, Lost my job the week before Christmas, so that was a rough time. I've had well, not dental surgery, but I've had dental cleanings and whatnot. So I've been seeing the dentist pretty recently here, and then just basically spending time with family and whatnot. I mean, just basically trying to enjoy the rest of December that there was for 2011. So with that, I'm actually coming at you with a state of the channel address for this year. Basically, just want to let you know what this channel is about, the future of RavenXtreme, plus some stuff that I've never really gone into to explain. So I have a list that I kind of conjured up here just to kind of go step by step here. So let me go ahead and talk about this channel, what it's all about, and everything. Yeah, I've had this channel for since 2006, so it's been 5 years, coming up on a 6th year here in April. So this channel primarily I've done for really gameplay matches when I first started, with my Capcom versus SNK Chaos videos, or SNK versus Capcom Chaos videos. That was a long time back. That was when I first started in the MAME community with the arcade stuff. Since then is when I first started my first Let's Play, which was Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which most of you would know. That was my first Let's Play. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's just kind of how I got into Let's Playing. I enjoy playing games, and I enjoy showing you guys that side of me. I enjoy playing video games for others' entertainment as well as my own, especially games that I enjoy. Now, what's going to happen with this channel? This channel focuses on games that I own or games that I can easily access. Like if I could get it on the PlayStation Network, or if I can find it at a local GameStop or a thrift store or a pawn shop or what have you, or if it's cheap enough I could buy it on eBay, or for those matters, like Game Boy Advance games, or PlayStation games, or Super Nintendo games, or Genesis games. I have emulation and recording software on my computer that can actually do it. So that's the channel focus. I do have a PSP for uploading Dissidia Duodecim. I'm working on ways of actually trying to find out how to get some other recording going for that. Once I get that figured out, then I might possibly be able to start doing like PSP uploads. Until that point, not worried about it. Next thing is I still will be uploading Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 replay videos, Tekken 6 when I get back into it, once I get off of Skyrim, which will probably take me a little bit longer. I'm just enjoying the hell out of that game. Anyways, I will actually start doing some Dissidia Duodecim specialty runs like I did with the original Dissidia, with like knocking them down with Garland, enveloping the world with Cloud of Darkness, and some other things there as well. But that's going to be a little bit tougher because Duodecim kind of has that break HP limit thing, and the difficulty is just a lot higher, so it is a little bit harder for me to focus with it. But nonetheless, I'll kind of keep you guys updated on that. Speaking of updates, if you really want to kind of get into my personal life and find out what's really going on, I do have a Facebook. It's not like a RavenXtreme specific channel. It's my own personal Facebook. So if you want to get to know me, I will go ahead and post a link in the description with my Facebook information. And you can definitely go ahead and add me there. Just please be sure you tell me who you are on YouTube if you're going to do that, so that I know exactly who you are. There are a few of you who probably will be watching this video that I already have on there, and I thank you very much for being there for me. I appreciate it. And I also do have a Skype, which very few of my YouTubers actually have sorry, have my Skype. I've actually added them before they've actually added me, but I'll also put my Skype in the description as well. So if you guys are interested to speak with me on Skype, I'm usually on there daily. I'm just usually on a call, speaking with other friends while playing like World of Warcraft or just talking to them. I have no trouble talking to them at a later time, and I can definitely talk to you, just to say, hey, what's up, or what's on your mind. I'm a very social person. If you got a problem, you can talk to me, and I can definitely kind of help you guys out. Help you out, talk to you. What's on your mind, kind of thing. Moving on to the next thing, I am also a writer. I've mentioned this before in one of my other update videos. Sorry for the clicking if you hear in the background. I'm just getting rid of the screensaver. But anyways, I am a writer, and I have been writing a story for the last, man, how long has it been? 4 years, maybe, possibly, off and on. But it's something that I really enjoy. It's something I do in my free time. Lately, with everything that's been going on, I've been kind of shunning it off and not really doing it. I do have the first 6 chapters on a blogger website, which I haven't been really updating. I'm probably going to be getting back to it here soon, maybe possibly during my my trip here come this Friday, as I'm sitting here at 2:20 in the morning recording this. And yeah, I mean, I just want to get more of a fan base on my writing and see what they think about it. I mean, I don't really think it's going to be going anywhere, but again, it's just something that I do in my free time just to help me express myself, when it's not my Let's Plays or, doing these update videos or anything like that. This is just another way that I express myself. So, moving on to the next thing here is the future of RavenXtreme. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I'm a little burnt out on the current Let's Plays that I'm doing right now, which is Let's Play Grandia and Let's Play Crimson Sea 2. Both games are extremely long RPGs. I remember back in high school when I played Grandia, it took me pretty much my whole senior year to finish Grandia, and that was playing the game at least 3 to 4 hours every day of the week. I think I clocked out at like 106 hours before I completed the game, and that was with mostly everything. And Crimson Sea 2, getting everything and S-ranking every single mission, which took forever, took me about, I don't know, at least almost a year for as long as I owned the game back home. And even then, it still wasn't even complete. I still had the second playthrough to actually do it with Fine, because there are multiple endings with both characters. So, for now, I am going to be discontinuing Grandia and Crimson Sea 2. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm stopping all my Let's Plays. I'm actually going to be moving on to a different Let's Play. I was talking to Nintendo Unique a couple days, well, not even a couple days ago. In fact, it was just yesterday. And I'll get to that portion here in just a second, but she suggested that I just move on to move on to the Mega Man series again. So the next Let's Play that I will actually be doing, which will probably start when I get back from my trip, which will be the Monday following, which will be January 16th. I will be starting Mega Man X4. And that will be with X. Now, I'm going to do something specific with X on this one. I'm not going to get the plasma cannon, as pretty much every Let's Player does. I'm actually going to get the 4 charge shot blaster cannon to go ahead and utilize for this Let's Play. So, it'll be a little bit different change, which does ramp up the difficulty a little bit, because the plasma cannon pretty much kills bosses dead really quick. But the 4 charge plasma cannon kind of gives you a little bit better timing and whatnot. So you'll get to see something a little bit different. More or less with X is still going to be the same. And then of course following that I'll move into 0 and be done with Mega Man X4. Now, I've never really had any kind of rules with my channel. I kind of just let things go. Comments are always appreciated. Rating and subscribings, I always appreciate that. I mean, but there are a few things that I do want to ask. In terms of Let's Play requests, I have no problem at all taking requests. I've had a few challenge requests. Of course, I failed at one of them. I still have another one I gotta redo due to screwing up, but I'll get to that in just a moment. Basically, if I have access to the game at all, if I can buy it in a GameStop or buy it online, and if it's not too expensive, like $50 expensive, or if I can download the game like the PlayStation Network or something along those lines, or if I can emulate it and record it without any trouble at all, I have no problem taking requests. Genesis, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, NES, when I can figure that out. If I have any trouble with recording, I can get in touch with Dreamer TTW to help me out with how to get the recording going there. Even White Mage Serenia could possibly help me out with that as well, since they're pretty helpful with the recording of the Super Nintendo emulation and a few other things like PlayStation emulation and whatnot. But nonetheless, yeah, if I have access to it, I have no problem doing the request. Next thing is about friend requests. Now I noticed that YouTube got rid of them, so they now call it contact. Whatever. I don't normally take them if I don't know who you are. I've accepted a lot of friend requests back when YouTube did do friend requests, but the only reason I accepted them was because you're some form of a Let's Player or you had something to do with gaming. I don't just accept random friend requests. I never have, because I don't know who you are. And if you're a Let's Player and I watched you and I didn't like you, I hate to sound like a dick here, but if you didn't really entertain me and I just kind of sat there and you sounded boring through your Let's Play, I wasn't going to be interested, so I couldn't. I just said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'll probably try you again later on, and maybe I might subscribe to you, but on the same token, you got to entertain me in order to keep me watching. I mean, that's why you have NCS, White Mage Serenia, just a whole bunch of others, Nakatalili. They all are really great Let's Players. Ace Spark, Roa Mithril, Nufibanga. They're all entertaining in their own way, and that's what keeps me hooked on watching their videos. So I mean, I'll take them if I know you, if I've talked to you for a little bit, then yeah, I have no problem adding you as a contact or a friend or subscribe or Facebook, whatever. Just let me know who you are. Now, in terms of recording, I don't really have a specific day or time when I do recordings. I am kind of limited when it comes to my recording time at home, because I do live with my folks right now. So the only times that I can actually really perform my recording is when either they're not home, which is in the early morning, because of course right now I'm jobless, or when they're asleep, which is in the nighttime, usually around 9 o'clock Arizona time. Those are really the only times that I might actually be able to do recordings, because the walls in my apartment are extremely thin. I'm not sure if you can hear the neighbor outside who's sitting on the stairs talking on his phone, but it can get really loud. My folks are extremely loud whenever they're awake. If my dad's watching TV, or if they're talking between each other, I can clearly hear them. My microphone clearly picks them up. I get people on my Skype saying, "Who's that in the background?" I say, "It's my folks," and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're kind of loud." And it's like, I try to tell them to keep it quiet, but it doesn't really work. So that's really the only times that I can really record. So I kind of take the middle part of the day, usually the afternoon to the evening, to really focus on the video editing, or just kind of taking my downtime, maybe playing some WoW or some Skyrim or something like that, or working with my Magic the Gathering decks, or just kind of sitting watching YouTube videos. That's just kind of how I do that. So Really, the only times that I will be doing any kind of recording is in the early morning when my folks aren't home, when they're working or they're out somewhere, or at nighttime when my folks are sleeping, or if I'm by myself and I really have nobody to disturb me or anything like that. So that's how that goes. In terms of uploading, as soon as the video is done and I'm awake and conscious, I'll more than probably be uploading the video. I am working on getting better quality for this, thanks to Exceed Edge. He kind of gave me a video to show me some really good video quality that I'm going to be testing it out here with my with a test video, which I probably will be recording tomorrow, since I'm probably going to be going to bed after this. I mean, I don't feel tired, but I need to sleep since I leave Friday night to Oregon. So with that, as soon as the video gets done rendering, if I'm still conscious, I'll upload it pretty much right after. If not, the next morning, before I even get my day started, I'm on my computer, YouTube, upload, done. In terms of shoutouts, I haven't really given a lot of shoutouts in the past. Just really a lot of thank yous for the inspirations from like Ace Spark and some other great Let's Players, or people who have really inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing. You know, Exceed Edge, Master Linnet, otherwise known as XXRunesu, Devil Hunter Lady, and just a lot of other people who have really been there for me through a lot of my trying times, or just give me the support to move on. And when it comes to shoutouts, I mean, maybe here and there, maybe people who've helped me out, or just my viewers in general. So all of you guys who really support me and really care about me, and tell me, hey, you're doing a great job, or hey, thanks for uploading the Let's Play, and such forth and so on. Now, again, I'm not really a stickler for rules with my Let's Play. I mean, I'm pretty much kind of a anything goes, but there are a few things that I really just cannot stand and don't like. It's very limited, very few. So please, if I'm playing a game and it's supposed to be blind, I mean, yeah, I understand how the game works. I mean, I have a good general knowledge. I'm a good gamer. I can pretty much grasp the concept of a game really quick. If I don't understand the mechanics, please, for God's sakes, please don't set a comment up saying, oh, hey, you're supposed to do this, and this. I'll figure it out. Don't give me like the basic game mechanics. Like if there's some advanced game mechanics that it's like, oh, hey, you could do this to give you a shortcut or something along those lines, cool. I'll catch the comment, I'll think about it, and it's like, oh, hey, maybe I should try this next time. Then I'll probably do it. But basic game mechanics and how the game is played, please don't tell me. Just assume that I know what I'm doing. And if I derp, then obviously I derp. And I'll figure it out. And also on that topic, please don't tell me how to play the game. Everybody's going to play their game differently. If I'm playing a Final Fantasy game, don't tell me, oh, well, this is the best utilized team for, Final Fantasy 1. A whole, you can play a fighter, a black mage, a red mage, and a white mage. Oh, hey, that's the best team ever. You do anything else, you're a noob. You don't know what you're doing. No. Don't tell me that, because I have my own specific team for certain games, or I have my own certain setup for certain games. Everybody's going to play their game differently. Don't tell somebody how to play their game. I've had to go off on some people on YouTube, on other people's channels like Lady Gilwin. I've told them, don't tell her how to play a Final Fantasy VIII. Everybody's going to play their game differently. The other thing, disrespect. Please, guys. We're all human. Don't argue. Why? This is over the internet. You're two or more different people looking at a computer screen, yelling at somebody through the internet. Common sense. I know there isn't very much in this world, but come on. Why would you want to argue over stupid things between each other? Fanboyism, that annoys the hell out of me too. Everybody's going to have their favorites. Like, I'm going to open this can of worms up right now. Final Fantasies. I don't care if you're a Final Fantasy VII fanboy, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy what the fuck ever. I don't care. Keep your opinions to yourself. And if you have something to say, that is your opinion. Merely state it. Don't start any fights, otherwise those comments will be deleted and I will block you. So you cannot comment. Just keep your opinions to yourself, everything will be fine. Next off, just, be respectful. Be respectful of the viewers, be respectful of me, be respectful to yourself. If you can't treat others with respect, how can you respect yourself? In the real world, people aren't going to treat you the way that you're going to be treated. It doesn't just go one way where you can treat somebody like shit and you expect so much stuff back. The same goes on the internet, the same goes in person, the same goes over the phone, the same goes over everything. If you can't treat people with respect in one interaction, it's not going to be the same in every different interaction. You could be somebody's best buddy in person, but when they're not there, you could be a total asshole or a total bitch and, talk behind their back or say, oh, well, such and such did such and such and I fucking hate it, blah, blah, blah. And then in person, hey, buddy, how you doing? All that. No, come on. If you're going to be real, be real. Next up, I just want to briefly talk about my recording setup. Now, I have a couple different setups here. I mean, everybody has their own different kinds of equipment and whatnot and how they actually do recording. I do have a web camera, which I really need to get set up there. It's been sitting in the closet since like October of last year. So yeah, I need to kind of pull that out there. Anyways, I use a Dazzle for my console gaming. So with my GameCube, my PlayStation 2, my PlayStation 3, if I ever decide to pull it out, my Super Nintendo, but I'm probably not. And if my dad ever does get the Xbox 360 repaired, or just gets a new one, it'll all be recorded off the Dazzle if I don't decide to upgrade the Dazzle to the Roxio HD or buy the Avermedia game recorder HD. But that's a whole nother story, and me being jobless and not having a lot of money, not going to happen at this point. But I use a Dazzle for the console gaming. In terms of emulation, for Game Boy Advance, I use Visual Boy Advance. For Genesis, I use Gens, is it? Or is it something else? Let me check real quick. It's, I use Kega Fusion, I'm sorry. I thought I used Gens, but I guess not. And then for PlayStation emulation, which I'm probably going to cease doing since I have a PS3 now with most of the games I could really buy, I use EPSXE in combination with Fraps. Now, in terms of audio, I use Audacity. Obviously, I'm recording my voice with Audacity, and I have a headset. It's just a basic, like, cheapy headset that I got from, Fry's Electronics, which is one of the other kind of general electronic stores around Arizona here. Cost me about $20 or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's a really good headset. It's a full cover headset for my ears. It works a lot. It works really good for me. Yeah. In terms of the actual recording quality, as I said, I am definitely trying to update it right now. Like I said, Exceed Edge did give me a video to watch to try and get this recording into high definition. Hopefully the size isn't too large. That's kind of one of my fears, because I don't have the greatest internet connection when it comes to uploading, since I'm using an Ethernet cable and my internet speed can run a little bit laggy. With a lot of determinations, if my parents are home, 9 times out of 10 they're on the internet. If my dad's not on the Blu-ray player streaming a video through Crackle or through Netflix or what have you. If my mom's not on the computer doing stuff for her job or whatever. There's a lot of factors that come into my uploading times and my uploading speed and my internet connection. Like I said, it's basically when everybody's asleep or if everybody's at work is usually the best times when I can get everything done, like recording, uploading, editing, because I have the time to myself. I'm a very social person, but I'm a very solitary person as well. I kind of like to be to myself when I am engrossed in something, which is something that not a lot of people really understand about me, but do get to learn very quickly. Continuing on, just a little bit of advice for anybody who wants to get into Let's Playing and doesn't know where to start or whatnot. I can definitely help you get the tools that you need to start Let's Playing. In terms of the software and what you require. In terms of the hardware, that's going to be on your portion, but I can help you get the emulators, or I can at least help you locate where to find those stuff. The games that you want to play are up to you. That's all your choice. I play games that I enjoy, that have nostalgic feeling, or there's something that is really hyped up that I've at least touched or at least seen that I want to try out and actually play. I don't do very many blind runs because I don't know the game very well enough to actually play it. I play a lot of games that I've had some sort of experience with, albeit seen, played, or word of mouth or something along those lines. So in terms of Let's Playing for the new people for Let's Plays, or if you want to get into Let's Plays, don't do it because it's the popular thing that's on YouTube. Do it because you really enjoy it. Do it because you like playing video games. Do it because you like entertaining others. This is a hobby. Yeah, some people have partnerships, and sometimes, like Nakatalili, or some other people, it's their source of income. It's like they get their money based on ad revenue and such forth. I have that ability to do it because they sent me the email saying, hey, you can get money for ad revenue on your YouTube videos. Problem is, Let's Plays are not on that list. They say you're not eligible for those if it's video gameplay. So I'm not interested in partnerships, never have, never will. If something changes with YouTube to where they allow video gameplay and you get some sort of ad revenue, I might think about it, but it's not going to be my main source of income. I have other ways of getting money. I can get a job sooner or later, etc., etc. But again, when it comes to Let's Playing, don't do it because Let's Plays are popular and everybody and their mom is doing it, because you wouldn't jump off a bridge if somebody told you to, because there's sharp, spiky rocks at the bottom with a deep chasm of water. Do it because you enjoy doing it. Do it because you like the entertainment. Do it because you enjoy video games. Video games is something that you love to do, and you have fun with it. Don't be boring. If you sound boring in your video, people are just gonna get bored and they're gonna go find a different video. Which moves me into the next thing about your selection. Try not to be too mainstream. Don't play, you can. You don't like say completely shun, mainstream games, because everybody and their mom plays Call of Duty and does their Call of Duty videos. Everybody and their mom does Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Everybody and their mom does Mario games and Sonic games and Final Fantasy games and what have you. You can do those games, but you got to remember, a lot of people do mainstream games for their Let's Plays. So if yours is not very memorable, you sound boring, you don't provide entertainment, like you give information. Information is completely fine. That's how my Let's Plays are. I'm informative, but I also bring a comedic aspect to it as well. Some find it funny, some find it cool, some find it, what the hell is Raven doing? Nonetheless, don't sound boring. You can choose to do a mainstream game, but make it memorable in some way, shape, or form. Make your commentary noticeable. Make your videos noticeable in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, it's just gonna get lost in all the other, let's play Super Mario Galaxy 2, let's play Super Mario RPG, let's play Tetris, let's play Sonic the Hedgehog, let's play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, let's play all these other games that everybody has seen tens of thousands of times, Plants vs. Zombies, etc., etc. You have to change it up. you could be obscure. Like, my games are well, I wouldn't say a lot of them are rare, but a lot of them have my nostalgic feeling to them. And I mean, I've searched YouTube, and there's not very many complete Let's Plays of like the Monster Rancher series. Oh yeah, no, not really. Jade Cocoon, I really haven't really seen very many of those. The Xenosaga series, who wants to sit through a nearly 200-hour game per game Let's Play? Disgaea, not too much. I mean, everybody and their mom has played Mega Man X, like most of the X series, The Great Clement. Ace Spark has kind of gone through classic Mega Man. Sonic the Hedgehog, which I'll get to later. And then, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the original Castlevanias. Like, again, The Great Clement. Even, like, Gradius games, like Valis HD is doing right now. He's really doing Parodius, but pretty much all the side-scrolling shooter games. Those aren't really mainstream, but they're there. They're known by, vintage gamers or even some new gamers. Like, oh yeah, Gradius, I remember that. It's like, kind of reminds me of this side-scroll shooter game or something like that. Toho games, they're not too known because they're known as the bullet hell games, but Toho games will be good if you get a good recorder out of it, because you need a pretty high performance computer to play a lot of Toho games, because fraps can eat up a lot of CPU. But anywho, try to stick away from mainstream, and if you do, make your videos memorable. Do games that are very knowledgeable to you, and just don't sound boring. I mean, that's really the main thing. If you sound boring, people just aren't going to really get into it. You gotta remember though, there's a lot of people on YouTube. A lot of people are very fickle. A lot of YouTubers, if they don't like you, they'll go find somebody else. They'll go find a different YouTuber who has the same Let's Play of a different quality, and will probably say that you're better. Might even possibly come back to your channel and say, you suck, this person's better. People are fickle. They don't want to change. If they see something they don't like, they're never going to like it. If you change it up, maybe they might like you for a different Let's Play, or they might like you for something you might have done differently. But you can't entertain everybody. You're going to have people that are going to hate you. You're going to have people who are going to dislike your videos, dislike your comments, dislike whatever about you. Deal with it and move on. Don't take it to heart. If people personally attack you, don't take it to heart. It's the same thing in real life. There's going to be internet bullies. There's going to be people who bully you in real life. Hell, I'm 25 years old. I still get looked down upon. I still get treated like shit. It's just a way of life. It's just how it is. People assert their dominance. People assert the way that they are. That's just how it goes. Another thing, never strive to be perfect. Always just try to make yourself better. Make your commentary better. Sure, you're going to be nervous your first time doing Let's Plays, but as you get more into it, you get used to doing it more and more and more and more, your quality is going to get better. Your commentary is going to get better. Your audio is going to get better. Hell, look at my first Let's Play. Look at Castlevania Symphony of the Night Luck Mode. You could hear my voice crackling all the time. That was just an example, of course, because I've gotten better software. I've gotten better hardware. And that was still using Audacity. Well, I don't remember. No, I was using Fraps at the time when I was doing the recording for audio, and my voice was still crackled because I was recording on a very craptastic laptop at the time that was barely able to even do the recording. And that was also using an EasyCap USB recorder, which was, I only got that for $8, and that was on, God, was it Tiger Direct? Was it, oh man, I don't even remember. I remember I paid like $8 or $9 for it, and yeah, the thing crapped out on me in like 2 weeks. And then that's when I went into just doing emulation through EPSXE, and then that's Let's Play Brave Fetsu Musashi. Everything worked up until the end. So really always strive to make yourself better. Improve your video quality, improve your audio quality, improve your commentary, because you're going to start out, you're going to suck. I'm just going to tell you this now. In the beginning, you're gonna suck. There's gonna be one aspect of your Let's Play or something else, at least one, that's gonna suck. It's gonna suck hard. People are gonna bitch and moan about it. And that just tells you you have room to grow. People will give you constructive criticism. It may not be constructive, but they will criticize the shit out of your videos, telling you, hey, you did a great job, or hey, this could have been better, or hey, you could have did this, or hey, you could have did that. Take every bit of advice that you get and just go with it. Says, hey, they told me how to do this. Okay, well, maybe I can implement this into my next video, or hey, maybe I can implement this into my next Let's Play just to make it better for that person and maybe 10 or 20 other people. Why not? Now also, something that I kind of learned, I was watching Nakatulili's just a little bit ago, and he did give some really great advice on this, and I realized I do this a lot, but I don't really pay attention to it very much. Like, I do my editing, and my editing takes me a long time, but here's the thing, it's like, rewatch your video, like, basically take your before you even go into rendering your video for the final product, you finished all of your editing and everything like that, rewatch your video with your with everything done, and basically take it from the perception of you are not you are not Nakatulili, you're not Nintendo Capri Sun, you are not RavenXtreme, you are somebody else. You are a random person who was just surfing YouTube and you came across that video. And just watch the whole video or watch a certain portion of it and see if you like it. If you like it, finish rendering that video, upload it. If you get bored watching your video, change it up, because your viewer is going to get bored too. 9 times out of 10, I can almost guarantee you, if you get bored watching your video, if you start nodding off, you start yawning, something along those lines, and you're getting bored, your viewer's going to get bored. They're going to go try and find something else to get them entertained. Hell, they'll go watch, I don't know, The Annoying Orange or Epic Rap Battles or History or something, and just say, man, this video's boring, I'm not watching it. Hell, they'll go watch Team 4 Star, I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of like all the advice I can really give. And yeah, I do have a little bit of other bit of news. Sorry, I just had a little interruption there. I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, okay, now I got my train of thought back. Sorry, just another thing. When living with people, you got to be mindful of them as well. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, so anyways, back to my news. I'm starting another channel. I just got done making it. I'm still kind of working on the final final stuff of it. The channel is Sapphire Raven 2012. This channel specifically is going to be for Monster Rancher. I'm kind of doing this as a side project. Not really a side project. It's something that I'm doing with a friend that I kind of met out here in Arizona. She and I had gotten to talking, and we kind of came up with an idea. Like, it's kind of like that guy with the glasses, or the nostalgia critic kind of thing, whereas we're all going to be doing like specific things. She asked me, hey, I've seen your work, I've seen your Let's Plays, and I'm and I'm interested in what you're doing. Would you like to add your stuff to the website? And I'm like, sure, it'll get me out there more, why not? So what I'm doing is I'm doing kind of 2 separate things here. I'm still doing RavenXtreme, and I'm still going to be doing Mega Man X4, but also I'm also going to be doing Monster Rancher videos. I'm going to start with Monster Rancher 1, kind of more of an instructional kind of videos. and just basically kind of telling you how to raise monsters. There's no real specific way of how to play the game, because you can raise the monster however the hell you want it to, but that's details for another time. But I'm just gonna kind of show you how I raise monsters, to be the best monsters. You can take tips from me when I'm playing the game, and just kind of go with it that way. I mean, if you ever come across any of the Monster Hunter games, which usually the PlayStation 2 games are a little bit easier to come across than the PlayStation 1 games, yeah. So that's just something to head up in the future. The YouTube page has already been created. I'll go ahead and put a link to that in the description as well, so you can go ahead and subscribe to that if you like. If I haven't subscribed you already, why not? So with that, guys, this has been the state of channel address for 2012 for the RavenXtreme channel, as well as starting up the new Sapphire Raven 2012 channel. I will possibly be doing another state of the address for that channel, just kind of letting you know what's going on with that, but pretty much already said it. So nonetheless, once again, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for following through with me from 2006 up to now. Just wanted to let you know I am still here. I'm alive. I'm all right. Just going through a lot of rough times, and yeah. So until then, guys, take care, peace out, and see you later, dudes, and Happy New Year.